Hello, friends, welcome to Voice Learning. Today we have one more great story, The Frog Prince. Long, long ago, there lived a king in a far off land. The king had a beautiful daughter. Adjacent to the king's palace, there was a forest with a clear water pool. The green tall trees surrounding the pool had made the palace so striking and soothing that the princess loved to visit it. Whenever she was alone, she visited there to play and enjoy the pleasing ambience. One such lonely evening, the princess ran off to the pool with her favorite golden ball. Amidst the twittering of birds and pleasant breeze, the princess was playing with her golden ball. She was throwing and catching the ball. The air around the pool was resounding with her carefree laughter. While playing the ball, suddenly the princess missed a catch and it fell into the pool. The princess, who came running after the ball, promptly dipped her hand inside the pool to fetch the ball. Alas, the ball had vanished swiftly in the deep pool. Realizing that the pool was deep and it was almost impossible for her to trace it, the princess began crying. With every bit of passing time, her cry was growing even louder. Hearing her loud fret, a big green frog popped out his head from the pool. "Oh, beautiful princess, please don't cry. I can bring your golden ball back," croaked the frog affectionately. "Can you really bring my lovely ball?" asked the princess amidst her sobbings. "If you bring back my ball, then I can give you any precious thing in return." The frog, who had hopped out of the water and reached near her by then, said, "I don't want any precious item. However, I would like to live in your company. I will bring your ball from the deep pool only when you would allow me to eat from your plate, drink from your cup, and sleep with you on your bed." Though the demand seems very odd, the princess agreed. She was so desperate to get back the ball that she did not take the words seriously. Perhaps she thought that the frog would never be able to reach the palace. After getting the promise from the princess, the frog at once jumped into the water. Soon he returned with the golden ball. The princess was overjoyed to see it again. She snatched the ball from the frog and ran towards the palace, leaving the frog crying behind and pleading with her to take him too. The princess was not at all bothered about her promise, and she soon forgot the frog and his kindness. On that day, when the royal family set for the their dinner, a knock on the door interrupted them. The princess got up from her seat and opened the door. The princess was greatly shocked to find the green frog who had once obliged her. "Hope I am not late for the dinner, princess?" asked the frog. The princess was stunned to see him, and for a moment she was petrified. Then she promptly slammed the door and returned to her chair. The princess was visibly frightened. The king inquired, "Who has knocked at the door?" "He was a frog," said the princess. "A frog?" said the king, quite surprised. "What does he want?" The princess told him everything about the lost golden ball, her promise, and how the frog helped her regain the ball. After hearing the story of the princess. The king thought for a while, then remarked, "My daughter, you must keep your promise if you have made one to him." The princess was still hesitant to fulfill her promise. However, she allowed the frog in. The frog entered the chamber, tap tap, splish splosh with the strange hopping sound on the marble floor. He then gave a long and tall hop and landed on the dinner table beside the princess' plate. "Move your plate little closer so that I can eat comfortably," instructed the frog. The princess was feeling very awkward to share her plate with a nasty green frog. Mere his presence had taken away her appetite. She promptly pushed the plate towards the frog, which he finished in no time. The frog then drank water from her cup, and after finishing his dinner, he jumped on her lap. "Take me to your bed," croaked the frog. The princess shrieked and pushed him down in fright. "Go away, you dirty frog!" cry, cried the princess. But the king showed his anguish over her behavior. "You must stick to your promise." The princess had no other option but to lead him to her bedroom. On reaching there, the frog jumped on the bed and lay in one corner. Standing by the side of the bed, the princess was quite puzzled. "How can I share my bed with this ugly frog?" she murmured. However, how long she could stand there, seeing the frog sleeping sound in one corner, the princess too cautiously slipped into the bed and soon reached in deep slumber. Early in the morning, the princess awoke with a greater shock. She rubbed her eyes again and again, but every time when she opened her eyes, she found a handsome prince sleeping by her side, not an ugly frog. "Is it a dream?" she doubted. "No, it's not," answered the prince while rising up from the bed. "A witch had changed me to an ugly frog with her magic. She then threw me in the forest pool. When I begged time and again, she said that I would regain my form only when a princess would allow me to eat from her plate and sleep in her bed." The prince continued, "And you are the princess who helped me regain my form. I love you, princess." The prince held the princess's hand warmly. The princess had already fallen in love the moment she saw the handsome prince. "I want to marry you," sighed the prince. The princess nodded shyly in affirmation. The prince and the princess then visited the king and the queen. The royal couple was amazed to see a prince with their daughter. The princess explained everything to them. The prince expressed his earnest desire to marry the princess and sought permission from the visibly delighted king and the queen. The royal parents at once gave their consent. A warm and grand celebration followed the event. The princess and the prince were married amidst cheer and happiness. After marriage, the prince set out for his own kingdom with his lovely wife. The parents of the prince and the people of his kingdom were overjoyed to see the prince and the princess. Needless to say, the prince and the princess lived a wonderful married life together. So, guys, I hope you like this story. Please do subscribe and like this channel for upcoming great story. Take care. Bye.